Week 3 wasn't exactly one for the highlight reel for the Bucs. They lost to the Rams in a game where Rob Gronkowski left with fractured ribs and a punctured lung. But now, both teams feature a bit of a different cast of characters, and there's definitely something to be said for playing a team you've lost to earlier in the season.
I always like playing a team that beats us, especially like even in the regular season. Like if we play a division opponent, they beat us the first time. I want to beat them bad the second time.
That's what you learn from a loss is that how can you fix it? How can you correct it? Instead of, if you beat a team earlier in the year, oh man, we beat them, we got really nothing to fix. No, that's not a good way to go about it. When you beat someone else, but then in this case, they beat us. So it's, man, what did we do wrong? How can we fix it? What can we do? How do we go out there and we compete? We put up points.
It doesn't really matter what happened, in October when we played them last. It's really about this game and what we learned from the last game. And anytime you know your opponent, I think that always gives you a little bit of understanding of kind of what they do well, things you wish you would have done. But it's a very talented football team. Obviously, one of the great teams in the NFL.
They've added some more pieces, and they run the ball well. They're running the ball more than they did back then. And defensively, they're playing as good as anybody in the league right now.
They have a lot of superstars, on that defense, a lot of great players, and they always play really hard, communicate well, tackle well, bring a lot of energy, talk trash. They're a really good defense.
Well, they added a guy named Von Miller, they're just good at what they do. These guys has awareness. They always play good defense there. So they're playing well right now. Obviously, we know the guys up front that attack the quarterback that's trying to get to the quarterback. They're just good at all three levels.
Yeah, they have weapons all over. Receivers are good, running backs good, quarterbacks good, have a good offensive line. And so they have weapons everywhere. And, we just got to do our job of just making sure we contain those players.
We need to get more pressure. We need to be relentless in our effort to get into the quarterback, getting him off his spot, sacks, hits, pressures, just anything to make him uncomfortable back there. And I think that'll help us be in great position to be able to win a game.
As far as injuries go, the only two definitely out for Sunday are Ronald Jones and Brashad Perryman. Meanwhile, the hope is that Tristan Wirfs and Ryan Jensen will be a go, and the Bucs can keep that O-line intact. They both participated in some individual drills in practice on Friday, but will be game time decisions as they're working through ankle injuries suffered last week. And it's looking like playoff Lenny might just be finding himself back in the playoffs. Bruce Arians said he's looked good all week in practice and hasn't had any setbacks. Rachel West, Tampa Bay Times.